Boy, how you made though.
Don't hit my line with that bullshit.
Don't hit my line with that
Please don't hit
bullshit.
my line. Please don't hit my line. Don't hit my line with that
Don't
bullshit.
hit my line with that
Please don't hit my
bullshit.
line.
Don't hit my
My
line
line.
with that.
Don't hit my line with that bullshit.
Don't hit my line with that bullshit.
Calling all the time.
Don't hit my
Please don't
line.
hit my line. Don't hit my line with that bullshit.
Don't hit my line with that bullshit.
Oh yeah.
Don't hit my line.
Oh yeah. I've been in the studio trying to make it hit. Throwing off the Henny cause she love it when I'm lit. She said she like tequila, so I brought another fifth. If you ain't trying to turn up, then please don't hit my shit. All my niggas rolling, you can call it sliff. Need a little bread, so I copped another shift. Wanna be a hustler, it's a curse and a gift. I was taught to stay woke, cause ignorance is bliss. Gotta hustle for my fam, they depending on the kid. I just got another case, and I don't know where it is, but I'ma push it to the metal. Copper rollie, brand new bezel. I'm just hitting different levels, going down just like the devil. Don't hit my line with that
Don't
bullshit.
hit my line with that
Please don't hit
bullshit.
my line. Please don't hit my line. Don't hit my line with that
Don't
bullshit.
hit my line with that
Please don't hit my
bullshit.
line.
Don't hit my line with that.
Don't hit my line with that bullshit.
Don't hit my line with that bullshit.
Calling all the time.
Don't hit my
Please don't
line.
hit my line. Don't hit my line with that
Don't
bullshit.
hit my line with that bullshit.
Oh yeah.
Don't hit my line.
Oh yeah.
I'll break a dummy's neck over any disrespect. Then I tell him, please don't push me, cause I'm living on the edge. Hardly ever in my bed, but I stay off in my head. Then I hit the weed and fly like I was born inside an egg. Better pray before you beg. Got the stars is where I aim. When you riding on the road to riches, better find your lane. It's a shame, y'all so lame. Me and Loogie cooking flames, and we kick it with your mame. She's like, I'm so glad you came. AD and the D is for don't hit my line. With that drama, all that bullshit, please don't waste your time. Now I'm just trying to get the bag. Leave the bullshit in the past. If you hit me up, I'll fuck around and hit you
Don't hit my
back.
line with that
Don't
bullshit.
hit my line with that
Please don't hit
bullshit.
my line. Please don't hit my line. Don't hit my line with that
Don't
bullshit.
hit my line with that
Please don't hit my
bullshit.
line.
Don't hit
My
my line with
line,
that.
don't hit my line with that bullshit.
Don't hit my line with that bullshit.
Calling all the time.
Don't hit my
Please don't
line.
hit my line. Don't hit my line with that bullshit.
Don't hit my line with that bullshit.
Oh yeah.
Don't hit my line.
Oh yeah. Don't hit my line with that
Don't hit
bullshit.
my line with that
Please don't hit my
bullshit.
line. Please don't hit my line. Don't hit my line with that
Don't
bullshit.
hit my line with that
Please don't hit
bullshit.
my line.
Don't hit my line with that.
Don't hit my line with that
Don't
bullshit.
hit my line with that bullshit.
It's your boy YL from the 317. You already know what it is, man. Welcome back to the Game Banger channel, where we focus on banging out those games. Now, I hope you brought your bags. Hope you brought your bags, because I'm dropping gems like a jewelry thief with this one. As you can see, man, we are growing like my love for the high rollers. And if you're new to the channel, hit that like, hit that subscribe, and join the game, because I'm getting to the money. Now, today, like I said, growing like my love for the high rollers, we have the high rollers in the house. And I have none other than December Demarco here to represent for this bullish project. Before we bring them on, I just want to say, let's keep the energy up. Let's keep the vibes up. Please don't hit my line with that bullshit. Let's keep it high energy, and let's keep it, you know what I'm saying, keep it positive, man. But we're going to bring December on the stage, and we're going to get it popping, man. We got a bullish AMA prepared for you. So I hope you're ready, high rollers and everybody in attendance, for a bullish AMA. But without further ado, let's bring him in. The man, the myth, the legend, Mr. December Demarco.
What's
How you
good,
doing,
bro?
bro?
Appreciate you for having me, man.
For sure, man. It's a pleasure having you, man. I think I heard that.
Nope, just through let's see, just through the mic.
Okay.
Is it still echoing?
Yeah, a little bit.
Let me see.
I don't know if it's checking here.
Okay, what about now?
Mic check. Nah, you golden now, brother.
All right, cool.
Yes, sir, man. But how are you doing, man? Hey, I'm good, man. I'm good, man. I had to play that song, man, just to set the tone, man, just to let people know, man. If we gonna keep it positive, we're gonna keep it bullish today, man. I just don't want people to head online with that bullshit. That's all. So
I didn't even know you was dropping bangers like that. I was like, okay, he really doing it. So that's what's up, man.
Right on, brother. Right on, man. But hey, man, we are here with December Demarco, man, the man behind the project Vegas Inu. Before we jump into the project, though, man, for people, maybe my viewers are in here, your whatever the case may be, there might be some new people in here who don't know your story. Real quick, man, if you don't mind, man, just share with us a little bit about your crypto experience, your journey, and what got you here today.
Okay, yeah. So I know a few people are already familiar with the story. We got DD Nation High Rollers in the building.
Right.
Army Sheep Army. So a lot of people are already familiar. But for those that don't know, first got introduced to Bitcoin around 2009 when the price was about 11 cents by my best friend. He asked me like, "Hey, bro, let's grab $100 worth of Bitcoin." I'm like, "What is it? Never heard of it." Long story short, I told him I thought it was a scam. Didn't end up grabbing any. As the years passed, I continued to hear about it and check up on the price here and there. Continue to think that I missed out on it. As I continued to see the price climb, and then eventually in like about 2012, I bought my first Bitcoin, and just playing around with it. Just seeing what you could do with it. Seeing how the price fluctuates. But I didn't think of it as like a long-term investment at that point. It was just something that was like I heard of it a couple years ago. I seen it go from 11 cents to a lot higher today. So played around with it. End up not being too serious about it. Still wasn't serious like that about investing at the time. I was more focused in entrepreneurship. Then eventually around 2017, 2018 is when I bought my first Bitcoin to actually hold on to. Been holding since then, and started making content around options trading, stock market investing. Grew up my private group on Facebook called Private Stock Market Game. We got like over 6,000 people over there. It started in that group, and then eventually I kept posting like plays that we would be on for the morning, and people would join the group and ask, how do I do this? So I basically got tired of repeating some of the same things over and over and started recording the videos and putting it on YouTube just as a hosting platform. And then I would, share it to the group. But then eventually Dogecoin came, made a little money off of that, seen, a crazy story with that is, I held Doge for over almost about a year. Nobody was really talking about it at this time. I just, end up grabbing some. It ended up blowing up around 2021 or 2020. People started talking about it. Then I think 2021, it kind of started going crazy. Made some decent money, but the money I hit, it started to drop down. So I started to panic. I'm like, okay, I'm losing out on my money now. So I was like, if it dropped to this point, I'm selling it. So it hit that point. I ended up selling, taking my profits. I was cool. I'm like, that was a nice win right there. That got me even more bullish into crypto. So because I was more heavy in the stock lane at first. Right. So after that, about 60 days later, I could have made an extra $250,000 on top of what I made, if I would have held for 60 more days when it came to Doge. So that was like a real learning lesson for me on, not just, paper handing or panic selling out of a position because you start to see it go down. And then, here comes Shiba Inu. So from the lesson I learned with Dogecoin, I end up applying it with Shiba Inu, end up seeing my bag, do some nice things. But I'm like, I remember what happened when I sold too early with Doge, and I end up riding that all the way out into all-time highs, and, started making videos for people on how to buy Shiba Inu. And after that, the channel just started kind of growing organically outside of my core investment community that I had on Facebook. And then, started making more content for Shiba Inu and other projects as well. And, now we're here with Vegas Inu.
Right. That's a dope journey, man. I'm glad you, some people didn't, I'm one of them. I didn't learn from Doge. So I still faded Shiba until crypto.com. I was one of them late boys. I'm probably your extra liquidity, man. You was probably selling on me, but that's part of the game. That's part of the game. It is what it is. But that's bullish, man. Now you talked about being an entrepreneur. Before we jump into Vegas, I do want to. You have a book out, right? You want to plug people on that? Tell them a little bit about the book.
Yeah, it's called the beginner's guide to stock market investing. It's on Amazon right now. It's linked in all the description section of my videos. So if you want to check that out, I got the physical editions now. Also, the ebook is available. Also, just it's like a beginner's guide to people who are basically fresh to getting some understanding. Like maybe even if you dabble, but you don't truly understand what some of the terminology is or some of the concepts or methods behind it. It helps you kind of break the ice into investing.
Facts. That's what's up, man. So, hey, y'all heard it, man. You can check out the book on Amazon. He got all the links on his description. So definitely check him out. Tap in more into the mind of the man behind Vegas Inu. Now, speaking of Vegas Inu, that's what everybody's here for. That's what everybody want to talk about. So let's jump into it, man. Why Vegas Inu? Like, what's the story behind the name, and why did you decide to start Vegas Inu? What's the story behind it?
So the story behind the name is, we wanted to create a Vegas-centric type project. I'm here in Las Vegas, obviously making connections here in Vegas. So seeing what the space is missing, Vegas is big on like gambling and things like that, but they're not as big as some people might think as into crypto. There's still a lot of, room to open up opportunities here in that lane. So I've always been thinking about that ever since I lived here in Vegas. I've been here a little over 3 years now. And I've always been, looking at these different opportunities, the potential here. So I'm like, I went to school to college for marketing. So my background is marketing regardless. So it's like, I'm always looking at opportunities to, market and leverage opportunities. So I'm like, okay. And then, building a community, having thousands of people on Facebook, thousands on YouTube, Twitter is like, okay, I have a community now where, I can add value and, create something more. And then seeing how a lot of things were done in the space, it just made me have the idea to want to, try to do things better. So many rug pulls, you having projects that you can't feel confident, putting money in because you don't know who's, behind the project and, if they will decide to just, run off on the project one day. So I'm like, so this has been an idea for, more than 2 years now, thinking of like, bringing something of, this nature to the space. But it was just like, not knowing exactly, if it was the right time and, not knowing exactly what I didn't know, and having that fear of like, damn, what if I, mess up? I'm not a dev, what if I mess up on this or mess up on that? So that kind of, kept me, back for a while too. Also the market conditions, it was like, it's not looking too good right now launching a project at this time. But then, as we started to get to, where we're sitting at right now with a $1.33 trillion market cap, we started leading up to this point. The water started to get a little warmer. And then we also had a major casino takeover that happened here in Las Vegas. So on the Strip, the main casino conglomerates are MGM casinos and Caesars Palace casinos. So they own probably 5 to 7 casinos on the Strip a piece. So it's not just the ones that have their name on it. So even, another big name casino could be owned by the MGM. But this group of hackers, they say from the UK, they say a group of like 19-year-old and down basically hacked into the systems of these major casinos and basically did a hostile takeover and held all the casinos for ransom, basically saying, if you don't pay X amount of dollars, we're going to, basically cripple your operation. So Caesars Palace, they ended up telling them they wanted 30 million. Caesars Palace, I think they waited out maybe like 6 days, 3 to 6 days they waited out. Then they ended up paying $15 million and they got their operations back. So they cut out, since the pandemic happened with COVID, they made a lot of gambling machines and things like that digital. So like the roulette tables, a lot of those things, craps tables, they still have the traditional ones, but a majority of them were shifted over to being digital now. So them taking over the digital aspect of the businesses, they basically, crippled everything. The casinos had to go back to hand payouts in cash. They had to, they even shut down the key cards for the rooms. So now, MGM has hotel rooms. Caesars Palace has hotel rooms. The key cards no longer worked. People had to get let in manually. So it just caused a big thing there. So Caesars ended up getting their operations back. MGM refused to pay. They raised it from 30 million to 60 million on MGM. MGM still refused. They put it to 100 million. MGM still refused. And they told them that they would expose like a lot of their company data secrets. So they basically exposed that the top shareholders of the company no longer held any stock in the company anymore. They basically like gave up on it. They also exposed or like leaked on the dark web all their, like when you gamble, they give you like a membership card or a rewards card. So basically everybody who gambles there has one of those cards. They leaked all that information out to the dark web. So it just basically made it like a crazy situation. And here in Vegas, that was a really big deal. Like you were hearing about it on the news. You were like, this is the biggest casino robbery basically, or takeover in history. And nothing of this size has ever happened. So there will be a movie of this one day. But so with that happening, and then with me already being in the mindset of like, creating an opportunity like this, it's like, okay, this situation creates, opportunity here. So it's like, let's see what we can provide in this space with, this event happening. So that's where Vegas Inu came from.
Man, that's crazy, man. And that situation, I heard bits and pieces of it, but to hear the details and that they was taking over the digital machines, it's crazy, man.
Everything was shut down. They couldn't use food cards, anything that was digital. Everything was shut down. ATMs, just anything you could think of.
And we go completely digital. So that, I wonder what MGM was thinking, holding out so long. It was probably being stubborn, I guess. I don't know.
I think they felt like if they pay, what's to stop them from doing it again?
Yeah.
So I think that's what it was.
Okay, so back to the token. Are there reflections with the project?
And so we have 2% reflections that go to all holders. So basically, just for holding on to a bag, based on every transaction that takes place, buy, sell, each holder will receive distribution of that 2% from each transaction. So you'll see your balance grow as you continue to hold the project and more transactions take place.
Okay, bullish. So now y'all know Vegas Inu does have reflections. I know reflections was one of those things that was hot, but then it was getting flooded, but then more tokens started to do it. So now we confirm Vegas Inu is providing those bullish reflections for you, rewarding those for holding. And that, just so people know, that's based on volume. So the more volume that comes through, the better the reflections. So,
and if people remember in 2021 or last bull run, reflection tokens were doing really well, and we also have a 7% marketing tax to support the project, to be able to advertise, do collaborations, get billboards and different things to market the project. And also we got 3% going towards liquidity, so it's also building up a strong liquidity of the project, so that way when people buy or sell, it doesn't affect the chart too heavily. If somebody does we've seen $5,000 sales, $7,000 sales back to back, and it didn't really hurt the chart as much. It gave us a nice little, pullback, but not as much as you would see on some charts if somebody was to decide to sell that much at one time. So that's what building up that liquidity is important for. And right now we're sitting at like 470 holders with around $130,000 in liquidity right now. So that's very strong for a project of our size. And also, having that, that those taxes, some people, they hear, like what taxes, especially if they're new to the space, it can sound kind of crazy because of the Pepe wave. When that happened, Pepe kicked off this 0% tax, phase where really the markets kind of fizzled out for a moment. And then Pepe came on the scene, hyped with a 0% tax. So we've seen a lot of other projects do the same thing, and it created a trend of 0% tax tokens. But before that, projects had taxes on the tokens because that's how you support the project. If you don't have a tax on the token, it's up to only the community. Like, of course, the community is supposed to support the project, but the team is left with their hands tied, financially unable to be able to support the project because there's nothing going towards the project. So that's very important. Also, we thought about that liquidity feature as well. That's very important also, to continue to build that liquidity up based on every single transaction, so the project continues to become more and more healthy, because there's always 3% liquidity being added on every single buy and sell.
That's something to keep in mind. Honestly, I don't even think I knew that. That the liquidity, 3% was going to liquidity. So that's actually good to know, and it's pretty bullish. Like, every buy, sell don't matter. You're supporting Vegas Inu one way or the other. So these concepts seem, well thought out, well planned. It seems like there was a process before launching. Are you a one-man wrecking crew, or do you have like a team of people that work with you on this project?
So yeah, I got a couple of people, that are advising and helping out in their specific areas, and also with me not knowing everything about just the development side of things, I've also reached out to a few people to kind of provide some guidance and things like that along the way.
Okay, bullish. That's what's up, man. It's always good to know, but at the end of the day, you pretty much got ultimate final say, or is it like kind of got to go through someone else, or like, you know what I mean? I guess.
So I'm the lead developer essentially on the project. So
Perfect.
now I can take other things into account because there's some things, like there's already things that I didn't know of that I had to take into account. Like, okay, I didn't know that, so we got to do things this way. But at the end of the day, the project is my idea. I'm bringing it to my community as our project. This is our chance to know we got something from the ground floor that we don't have to worry about getting rugged. You don't have to worry about the team doing anything shady, or just any of the things that we normally worry about when it comes to doing our due diligence on the project.
Facts. Okay, that's what's up. That's good to know, man. It's the lead dev, man. We are blessed to have him here. Let me give a shout out to Area 52 Crypto real quick. He says, shout out to December Demarco. Thanks for the journey. Love being a part of Vegas Inu. It's refreshing seeing a dev who has a meticulous plan being executed. Salute. Hey, bro, you almost got me with that word. I know the word, but seeing it, I don't see it often. You feel me? So I had to start it out. I'm like, meticulous. Got you. Yes, sir. That's bullish right there, man. Great choice of wording, too. I honestly probably seen the word meticulous like 2 times in my lifetime. I hear it a lot. That's what's up, man. Shout out to you, December. You're making an impact out here in this space. And thank you, Area 52, for the super chat, man. Greatly appreciate it. And thank you to the entire chat here, man. I didn't want to go through, shouting out because I want to give Vegas Inu, their time and their respect. But I see everybody in the chat, man. Y'all bullish. Keep it up. Keep liking. Keep sharing. We appreciate it. We appreciate the vibes for sure. So you did say you do have a team. That's bullish. Is there any connection? I know you say you got connections in Vegas, but is there any connections that you can speak of with the token and like real entities in the Vegas area?
So not at the moment do we have official things that are partnerships being put in like with casinos or things like that. Right now we're just kind of filling out our options and working on potential utilities that we can roll out as well. So we're talking to a lot of people, seeing how things can make sense, and also with some of the ideas that have already been put out, we are looking to move into the gaming space and collaborating in that area where we don't have to backtrack and switch things up later on down the road.
So it is safe to say that, that is a goal, is to try to figure out a way to implement ideas between Vegas Inu and the real world down the road, even though it might not be here now, but things are being worked on in the background to try to bring an idea or a vision to life, correct?
So, well, yeah, exactly. What we like to say is some recently is, we're trying to bring Las Vegas to the blockchain and the blockchain to Vegas. So some of the things that you're familiar with seeing in Vegas, like there's that Pawn Stars.
Oh, yeah.
That's real big here in Las Vegas. A lot of the tourists come here and check that out. So we thought about, a utility, like basically a blockchain pawn shop where you can, instead of having to sell some of your DeFi assets, like maybe an NFT or, a Bitcoin or something like that, you can basically pawn it for a period of time, pay a fee on top of that to get it back without ever having to actually sell the initial, Bitcoin itself or, NFT itself, whatever it may be. So we're, working on that idea. We also, over this last week, we just came up with something like really, really fire. I can't drop too much about it right now, but it's pretty cool. Nobody's doing it in the space. So I think that will be another nice potential utility that we'll add on. We're trying to, highlight things in Las Vegas that, attract tourists and that are big here. So whether it be gaming, lounging, these types of things, we're trying to incorporate it, for the blockchain, or just create a version of it on the crypto side of things. In the future, we would like to, get to a point where if we're hypothetically or theoretically speaking, let's say we get a partnership with MGM where we can help them with, possibly a metaverse casino or, a extra lounge inside of a metaverse where they can sponsor or be a part of, where we can use, a token of our ecosystem to be able to, game and do things like that. Or also, potentially, holding our NFTs and getting, special perks here in the Las Vegas city, discounts on events or rooms and things like that. Basically building up a network of connections in Vegas and leveraging it for our community, and also trying to bring value and utility to Vegas as well by letting different businesses and different people in the area know how they can be leveraging this DeFi technology also.
Man, that's bullish. That's good to know that early on that you guys are already thinking about bringing real world visuals and tangible things, to this community. A lot of projects, they don't even roadmap and all those things. They're not even dealing with it. They don't really have a vision, but you could tell you guys have thought out a process to bring some value to the community, and I think that's gonna help you guys with longevity. As long as the community feels like there's value and worth, they're gonna ride with you, man, till the wheels fall off. So definitely keep going with that, man. But I see everybody's like high rollers in the chat. High rollers in the chat. Out of curiosity, where did the high rollers come from? And is there something you have to hold a certain bag to be a high roller? Do you gotta be, or is this just you get you a bag and you're high? Like, what if I wanted to be a high roller? What I gotta do? That's basically my question.
So to become a high roller, all you got to do is be holding a bag of it. So the way the name came up was a part of the idea for putting this project together, because I let everybody know, this is, my first project. I don't know what all I don't know. I know what I've been studying over the last 2 years to understand on the things on the development side, but there's still things you just don't know if you don't know until you run into it. So, we wanted to leverage DeFi, AI and community and see, when you put these three things together, what can you get? So a part of it was using, AI, ChatGPT to ask, certain things and how we can put it together with the ideas we already have and, how to make them better. And we came up with a list of names and basically, asked it like, what would be some good names, similar to, like Sheep Army. And we got this list of names and we took it, put it into the community and let the community vote on which final name they wanted to go with. And the community chose the high rollers. I think we had like the mafiosos were on there. It was like 5 or 6 different names and they went with high rollers. So that's the one we rocking with.
I'm pretty sure you had a list of bullish names, but high rollers just hit different, man. And if you think about when you go to the casino, everybody always say this: I wish I can go play in the high roller room. They always say that, man.
Yeah,
So like, hey, here you go. You the high roller on the blockchain, man. They better ask about you. We got dude Tyler dropping a super chat. He says high rollers in the house. Hashtag Vegas Inu, man. Appreciate you, dude Tyler. Hey, shout out to the Vegas Inu. No. Shout out to the high rollers, man. They in here deep and they doing their thing, man. Appreciate y'all for rocking with us on today's AMA. So I want to talk about there was a sentence I was reading your website at the bottom. It said something like hold the keys to your what was it saying? Ultimate crypto experience or something like that. What is it that you feel will give a user that sense of having the keys to the ultimate crypto experience by jumping into this project?
So the first thing I think is something that we focused on early on is building an organic community. We're really big on that. We didn't take the route of trying to come out with a big bang initially in the beginning because we didn't want to attract those people that wouldn't build with us for the right reason. So we just decided to do things organically. And I think by being able to be a part of something early that's building organic in the crypto space, because that's what it's truly about. When it boils down to, the essence of it all, it doesn't matter about utilities. It doesn't matter about who's the dev team behind it, because we don't seen anonymous devs with zero utility, take tokens to the moon. It all depends on the community's support for the project. And, that's what crypto is truly about. I remember, hearing of Doge, early on, but just, didn't, think to grab any till I think like maybe 2018, 2019. I think maybe 2019. I think that's when I first grabbed Doge. So, but seeing the community that was a part of Doge at those times, that made it worth the while of, sticking it out for the hope of, even though we was just, we're all hoping, speculating basically, but it being a part of that community, people that were encouraging like that, people that, that were veterans to the space that were able to spill, game on us, telling us about, hodling and things like that before, I ever even heard of it, that
Right.
very, very valuable, to be able to, because that's what helped me with Shiba Inu. So I think, bringing that back, bringing organic community back to meme coins, I think we might even start seeing this become a new thing where, communities don't chase the pump and dump. Instead, build organically, let the core community, the true believers, gravitate to the project first. And then we do more and more that will attract those that are waiting for it. Because we haven't even released, we got to a $2.25 million market cap with no website release, no white paper, none of the essential things that most people would say you need to start a project. Shiba Inu did not have none of those things when it first launched. It eventually rolled out. But if you go back to the I forgot the Wayback Machine, where you can, search websites from how they looked in the beginning and years ago. You can go look at the original Shiba Inu website, and it looks nothing like it does today. It would make you look like who in their right mind would put money into this project. And the website looks like this. So, it doesn't really matter, what those things look like. It all depends on the community and, that meme aspect of it, having that social currency of that memeability where people find it fun, people find the community aspect of crypto. And I think that's what we have here in Vegas Inu, which is a very beneficial thing to people, which will, make them feel, good to be a part of a community like this, and also something that's real. Because we've all been a part of a lot of communities, but it's rare that you find something that's, it's there. We ain't cut this community at all. It ain't been stepped on. It's all just it's all pure, so it's like it's rare to find that, and especially building up, with the tools and the ideas that we do have, and the reputation that I have built in the space over the years. It's like, okay, let's put this together towards something that's about us, and I think that's super valuable to have access to. So I think that's one of those things, that the fact that we're doing it organic, with the a person like myself behind it, who people can feel confident that won't rug the project, won't just do anything shady that we got to go through. One day you wake up, the tax is at 99%, so now it's not a honeypot, but if you sell, you just lost 99%. So things like that. One day the liquidity is gone. Right now we're going to be locking the liquidity for, at least 1 year minimum. So I'm not sure that time should be unlocking soon, but as soon as that unlock period is over with, it'll be extended. And also I'm thinking about doing some community things to get feedback from the community on extending that lock period even longer. So, really having the community's input where people can feel their voices heard in the community, I think that's important as well. And being able to be a part of a journey like that is a cool experience.
So this is why I grabbed a bag of it. I think I did get it a pre-sale. Yeah, it was a pre-sale, right? I've been in a lot of business, so forgive me. All right. But yeah, I think I got in on the pre-sale. If not, I know I got a bag of it and I've been chilling. But I grabbed my bag solely because I was like, December Demarco, he been rocking with the Vote Army, rocking with the SHIB Army. I'm gonna support him. He out here in the space. He give gems. You know what I'm saying? He seemed like a humble, good dude. A lot of people in the Vote Army talk about you in a positive light. You feel me? So I just grabbed the bag just on that. I didn't care about the whole website. I figured all that stuff will come about. I was like, at the end of the day, I'm putting my money on community. I'm putting my money on community right now because I know what a community can do in the space. So I appreciate you for taking this step, and I appreciate everybody for supporting you and rocking with you. Man, Area 52 going crazy, man. He dropped a $20 banger. Says high rollers in the building. You have to connect the dots. Now we're gonna talk about connecting the dots a little bit later because I know that's a thing you like to say a lot. So we're gonna talk about that a little later. But The reason why I brought up me getting a bag because I remember at the beginning there was talks about a dashboard. Do you have any updates on a dashboard, or is there anything you want to share with us regarding a dashboard?
So we do have the dashboard on the way. It will be coming very soon. So it's a dashboard built to be able to basically track your balance, the amount of reflections you're receiving. You can also, tweak certain like knobs on it to say like, how much, if the volume is at this point, how much reflections would I be receiving? If, I held for, or bought this amount, how much would I be receiving? Basically like almost like a rewards calculator.
Nice.
And there's also a special feature that will also be baked into it as well. So we're gonna
Okay.
leave that
I
for
remember you saying there was something along with you, so you still can't talk about that
not
special
a special
feature.
feature. No, no, no.
All right. I didn't know if if you was allowed to talk about that yet or not. So there is a burn mechanism, or there was announced that there was a way that VIP burns. Can you explain upon that how it works with the token?
For sure. So we have a burn feature in where that 2% that's going to each holder. The burn wallet is set up as a holder as well, so it's also receiving reflections on every single transaction, buy or sell that takes place. So it's removing more tokens out of supply based on the amount of volume we get, or the number of transactions that we get, and we also do manual burns as well. And we're also thinking about doing a bigger burn. We're just trying to make sure it doesn't affect market cap basically in a negative way. I've been getting some feedback on that, speaking to a few people, seeing how we can do that in a way where it doesn't throw us off too much. Because like one of those things that I talked about not knowing until you know.
Yeah.
All this studying for 2+ years, but didn't think about burning before the pre-sale finished versus burning after it finished. I didn't understand the difference immediately on that. So that was something that I had to learn. Is like, oh, okay, so we're just gonna have to do some of these manual burns, slowly but surely, make sure we get this burn feature implemented, and then remove tokens out of the supply like that. And right now, the burn wallet is the 18th largest holder, and as it continues to move up that list of holders, it will receive even more reflections based on its position in the holder rankings. So it's going to take even more tokens out of circulation as that wallet continues to climb and climb.
Hey, that's what's up. So you said it was the number 18th holder. Is that wallet is that like somewhere that people can like type in and teach? Like, how would somebody know like if it moves? Somebody wants to like kind of is
So
there anything tracked anyway or?
Yeah, so you can go to Dex Tools and click on the BSC scan button or the little logo right there, and it'll take you to the contract. It'll take you to the token contract, and then you can click on the holders list. And when you click on holders, it'll show you maybe the top 50 holders before you got to click the next page, and you'll see the dead wallet at number 18, and you can track it as it continues to move up.
All right, perfect. Because I know people, when you say stuff, you always got those people who's like, I want to see it,
Yeah.
So make sure they know how they can access it and get a hold of that. So switching gears a little bit, as far as, me just being in the space, man, you get into these projects and you have people demanding exchange listings an hour after launch. Has Vegas Inu been experiencing any pressure for exchange listings? And what is your view or vision with Vegas Inu as far as exchange listings go?
We here and there we get those people that pop into the Telegram that ask what listings are already done or when is this listing going to happen, but we don't feel too much pressure on it because the way we decided to do things was building with the organic community first. So the majority of people, oh my bad, let me you can pull the camera down. I'm gonna switch this out.
I thought that was me. I'm like, whoa.
No, that was me. I think let me join a link from my phone. I think my camera got too hot.
Gotcha. Too much heat on this AMA, man. The high road is coming in hot, man. Y'all done burnt out December's camera, man. Y'all owe him a new camera. Make sure when he go live next time, y'all light it up, man, so he can get another camera. Y'all done burnt it out.
I forget to throw my webcam on for these type of streams. Okay, I got the phone camera up.
I wish I could see what all this is. I'm pretty sure it's a bunch of slot machines, but for some reason, StreamYard doesn't convert certain things.
Oh, okay, I gotta let's see.
Let's get some slot machines dropped in the chat, man. Let's see how bullish y'all on Vegas Inu, man. Let's see them sevens. Let's see them slot machines hitting 3 7s. I wish I could do it. My bad. There we go. Oh, wait, let me move that one. It's still like an echo.
Is it still echoing? Sheesh. Okay, I think that's just the feedback. Okay, what about now?
It should be good now. Yeah. All right, it's good now. Perfect. All good. So, did you finish the question on the exchange listings?
So, so we do get a few people that ask about it, here and there, but because of the organic community that we're building, we're not in a rush for that. And then also, one thing I didn't know before stepping into the development side of things, that exchange listings actually cost. I'll be like, I know some of them are free, but I'll be honest, I did not know that the price tag was, what it was on some of these exchanges. I didn't know you could be paying, up to $250,000 to be listed on some exchanges. So that was new to me. So, I thought it was, you had a bullish community and, they seen that they can probably make some money off the trading volume, that they'll be cool. They like, no, the volume is cool, but we still gonna need that $100,000 ticket up front. Like, well, and they want $30,000-$40,000 worth of tokens, and I don't know if I'm spilling too much out there, to the masses, but that's just the real, so.
Hey, yeah, that is, I mean, that's the thing, bro. I feel like not too many devs will sit there and just say that this is the reality of the situation. What they would say is, we're working on it, knowing damn well that they're gonna have to pivot until further notice. But you being upfront with the situation, you know what? We're gonna keep building and do what we need to do. And when the time comes and the opportunity is there, we'll take advantage of it. And then there's nothing wrong with that, because building in DeFi, bro, you can still survive, you can still be, bullish and all that. So
yes, as long as you got Pancake Swap and Uniswap, that's all DeFi needs. Shiba Inu had no exchange listings in the beginning. Before Shiba Inu didn't start getting exchange listings until Shiba Inu became hot. Before that point in time, you had to buy Shiba Inu solely on Uniswap. And that's what kept a lot of people from being able to take advantage of it, because they didn't understand DeFi swapping yet. They were still, it had to, like you said, it had to hit a central exchange in order for most people to, buy it at those times. So it was a lot of people that even heard of it at that time, but they just didn't know how to buy it because they weren't familiar with taking one token or one coin like Ethereum and having to swap it for Shiba Inu. So, that was a fairly new concept.
Yeah, man. That was my barrier to entry for sure. So when it was on crypto.com, I was like, finally. But didn't realize how late I was to the party, man. So that will forever be my walk of shame, man.
Yeah, if you're waiting for centralized exchanges, most likely you're late to that tokens party. If by the time, and not saying anyone, maybe not a Bitmart or something smaller, but if it's on Binance, Crypto.com, anything of that sort, you late. Yeah, you late.
You late. It's over. Yeah, I had to learn that the hard way, but it is what it is, man. But I appreciate you answering that question, man, and being transparent. I mean, I know that's it's a question that I feel like no matter how you answer it, somebody's gonna be shitty, no matter where you at. You know what I mean? Even with vote, people shitty, win this, win that. You know what I mean? So it's like you can never please everybody. But the way you answered the question, I appreciate it. You feel me? So when you see the real, and that's all we can ask for in this space. But we see a lot of fake stuff, and we're getting told a lot of BS, a lot of hope and dreams, and then next thing you know, everybody got hurt feelings. So, I'm glad you was honest and transparent about that. So you did bring up the Etherscan earlier, and I was looking at it when I was investing in the project, and I noticed that top there was a wallet with like 70%. Can you explain that? Because I'm pretty sure there's a reason behind it. I mean, it's there. Anybody who looks at the blockchain is going to see that and probably ask questions. So if anybody hasn't invested in VIT yet, what would you tell them as it pertains to that wallet?
For sure. No, definitely. That can definitely be scary for some people, especially if they don't know the developer behind the project and you just happen to stumble upon it doing your due diligence and you check it out like 70% held in this one wallet. Like, oh, hell no. But what that is another thing of me not knowing what I didn't know. I didn't know how when the projects are first launched, they separate basically. Like you see that pie chart that you always see with the token allocation. Like 10% of tokens might go to the dev team, 20% to marketing, 30% to development, and 20% for exchange listings, et cetera, et cetera. All that is that right there, but I just didn't break it down into separate like wallets or contracts because I just didn't understand that at the time.
Right.
So the tokens are safe. People can check the blockchain. None of those tokens are sold. They're still all there. We've actually haven't sold any team tokens, any marketing tokens, any of course we'll have to eventually, but it's still very, very early on for this project is basically what I'm saying. By this time I think tomorrow actually will be our 1 month in. So by this time most projects that pop up, especially on the BNB side of things, they're gone by 2 weeks, or especially might not last the first month without the team doing something crazy. So this is something that we're really looking at for the long term. Obviously it's going to take community support, as well to, keep the project going. But this is something that's, a long-term, idea. So those tokens are safe. People don't have to worry about those. I would have, had I known how to do it beforehand, I would have just basically had them separated into their, rightful, categories, which that happens with every project you see it broken down into the token allocation on, these amount of tokens go here. But instead of it being in 4 or 5 different wallets, it's in one wallet. So that's the only thing.
Yeah. All right, cool. So basically that's the, the marketing money or possible exchange money or, stuff like that.
So it will. Yeah. And we do plan on breaking it down, but one of the main features, just being transparent on, that is that tax that we have. So there's a transfer tax also. So with allocating those tokens to, their rightful positions, we can't, take a big hit on the tax on that because that wasn't intended to do that. It was just my, lack of knowledge starting off. So we're figuring out a way around that so that way things can get broke up without that happening. And then, it won't be like a 70% wallet. It'll look normal how other ones look.
I feel that. That's so do you think it would have to be as far as a migration to fix that?
No. So it would be what I found out recently, just as simple as turning off the taxes for that wallet while the transfer is being done. And once they're broken up, and then we could avoid that. So we won't have to do a token migration or anything like that.
Okay. All right. Just to eliminate any fear out there,
Yeah, no token migration will be necessary for that to happen.
Yeah, people are freaking, scarred from previous devs. Not saying that you would do anything, but you know how the space is, man.
I know it's annoying,
they fucking freak out, So I get it, man. But definitely, check out Vegas Inu. We have everything in the description for you guys. If there's anybody out there who's watching this later, or what the case may be, or you're watching this now and you want to know more, everything as far as the X page, Telegram, and there was another. The website is in the description, so definitely check them out, and make sure we show them some love. Vegas, I appreciate y'all showing this channel some love. Y'all been in here hot, rocking with us. But December, man, do you have any alpha that you can share? I know you always talk about connecting the dots. Is there any dots that we can connect today that may not have been connected yet? Is there anything you want to just say, you know what, y'all, I wasn't gonna say this, but I think I can, and here you go.
Okay, so yeah, I could I could do a little something. So one thing that we aim to do is make certain attractions here in Las Vegas, bring those ideas to the blockchain. And one of the things that people do here a lot, like every single day, all day, is get married at a lot of these, wedding chapels and things like that here in Las Vegas, or get married by Elvis or, some type of, impersonator. But we were looking at ideas of being able to, create a fun idea like that, but also having some cool utility behind it where, and this is not, certain, this is just, potential utility that we talked about, but where two wallets can, be able to basically interact with each other, where it could be almost a shared wallet in a sense, but access from two different, points. So let's say a couple that, that some of their finances are together, they can, separate certain contracts from that wallet to, specify towards, utilities or, mortgage and, all these different things. There's a lot of potential, with it. We're still playing around with the idea, but we see something really cool here because, a lot of people, do get, married here. So it will be cool to have something that represents that over the blockchain where, possibly, an NFT, which, gives you certain, perks and benefits into things that, the team has set up and some cool things like that we're working on. Just, really looking at the Las Vegas experience and, bringing up all these ideas that we can potentially leverage the blockchain with.
Right. That's bullish, man. It sounds like y'all really trying to really brainstorm on ways to bring utility. So I don't think people thought you was maybe gonna do that, man. I don't think people really thought you was gonna be trying to really bring, utility to this thing. Not just, hey, I'm December Demarco. You know what I did. I put my stamp on this. I put my stamp on that. You should put your stamp. Like you're not doing that. Like that might be the initial, but like going forward, you see that you gotta, there's gotta be more given, more thought out. And it's glad that y'all your team is putting thought on that. And that gets me bullish knowing that there's definitely works and talks about adding utility to, Vegas Inu. I think when it comes to, meme tokens, utility is not necessarily a necessity, more so timing and community, leads to those type of successes. But it's like, hey, let's take the extra step and not just have the community tweeting their ass off, actually have something to, rep in real life and contribute to in real life. So that's super bullish, man. And we gotta go ahead.
We wanted to lean, we wanted to lean on the meme coin aspect because we know that's what is, meme coins are truly about. Meme coins, the meme is very important in it. So people want to have communities where they can have fun, where it's lighthearted, where it's not as serious. Because if people didn't want the fun and the lightheartedness that came with, meme coins, they would stick to, XRP, XLM, Solana, ADA, some of the more
tokens.
Some of those, but people want to actually have fun, so we wanted to lean on that aspect as, our main thing is, yes, we are a meme coin, but we have the potential for some pretty cool utilities though. And that we feel like, attracting, doing it the organic way where our core community is building. And then as people see the strength of the community, people see, we really, plan on taking it somewhere, more people come in, and then we start to introduce more things to the project that gets the, third, fourth, fifth wave of people more excited, because we wanted to continue to be able to, build up. We didn't want to have, because there's a few things you could do to set a project up in a way where it does, 10-20x right out the gate, but that pullback, that crash is going to shake a lot of people off of the project, and it's going to make the chart, because the chart is basically the history of the project. So whenever anybody opens up that chart and looks at it and is going to say what happened here, it's going to look bad. And we wanted ours to our floor to organically build. So yeah, we got to break out to, you know, over $2 million market cap, but we are holding that retracement right around that $1 million market cap level. So we're seeing where our true community that believes in the project is, you know, holding versus people who are just looking for a quick, you know, pump and dump. So, you know, that's the route that we decided to take with it.
Man, I like the route, man. I like the route because, like you said, building organically is a lost art, and not just this space, but I think in life. I don't want to get too deep on it, but a lot of people don't build organically even in their life. They faking it till they make it. They paying for this, they paying for that, and
We in
you.
the microwave generation.
There you go. There you go. Hot pockets, man. They want them now. You know, so that's crazy. But I'm glad that building organically is definitely like it's the vibes, man. Because once you build organically, you know where your community is at. You know where they at. Just like you said, you ran up to a certain mark, you come down at a certain mark, and then you hold that mark, and then you're like, okay, that's where we at. That's where the community's at. Another run happens, you come down. Some people that y'all just picked up, now they down the rise. So now you're high, you got higher highs, and you see where okay, now this is where,
Exactly.
and you keep going from there, and it's
And
that
it's
organic.
easier to work that way versus hitting it with your all in the beginning, and then you're exhausted from resources. You know, most teams have exhausted, you know, their project tokens, you know, at a certain point, especially those that don't have that longevity in mind. By the first month, they might have dumped everything already. You know, we're still a fresh supply, you know, in the project, ready to, you know, move forward with everything that we're, you know, building, because we're doing it the organic way. Yeah, we do, paid marketing and things like that, but we're not doing it in a way where, you know, is basically causing us to have to, you know, wreck our chart in order to sustain this growth. Now, what happens is, you know, most people they get that pump, people see that pullback, and they want to stay away from the project. We looked at this as, you know, our chart is one of our greatest marketing tools, because people can come look at the chart if you understand technical analysis, and you can see like, this is where the community is here. These people don't decide to sell, and it's rare to see that in a B&B project, you know, in this, you know, day and age right now, especially with the markets being as uncertain as they are right now. So, you know, I think that's just, you know, something cool that we have, and we got the potential to continue to add more, you know, fuel to the fire as we go, versus being burnt out in the beginning and having to kind of hope we fizzle into something.
Facts, man. And you know, it's good that your community understands that, you know, your core community understands that vision. And like you said, you can see it in the chart. It's almost like textbooks. I don't consider myself the best technical analysis person, but I did have a, you know, support line, and I made sure I wrote on Dex Tools ape, you know, and I had a line pointing at it. And when that shit hits, it was like, all right, here we are. Let's try to ape some more. So yeah, it's beautiful when the community moves and respects his, you know, support resistance. That way you can make your moves, make your trades, make your entry points, and do all of that. And you know, some people might, you know, we don't want people to talk about selling and that. But what if you had a day trader who's really dope get, you know, bit by the bit bug, and they're coming in here trading, you know, tens of Ks a week? You know, you're gonna be mad that this man.
And that's why we encourage, you know, here, you know, this is DeFi. First off, like, I'm big into DeFi. It's decentralized finance. We're all here because we want, you know, obviously to make a lot of money, but we want a certain control over our money. Or we could have tried to look at other ways to make a lot of money, but we can't tell anybody what to do. So I don't get mad at people. We might throw a couple jokes around in the Telegram, you know, if somebody does a little GD activity, but you know, it's all jokes at the end of the day. You know, we really don't care, you know, if anybody buys or sells. And at the end of the day, the way the tokenomics is set up to support the project if people want to sell. So when people decide to sell, money goes towards liquidity, money goes towards marketing, and money goes to the holders that are continuing to hold their bags. So the tokenomics sets it up where we welcome, you know, people that want to trade. That's perfectly fine. Like when we seen everybody, y'all going crazy with the Spark bot, we ain't mind that. Do y'all thing, you know. Y'all making.
I hope you don't take it personal, man. But I posted this. Hey, that's what's up, man. Hey, the spot we was definitely going crazy with that bug, dog. A week straight. Everybody's posting this shit. I'm like, hey, that's part of crypto, man. You know.
Hey, facts. But the tokenomics was set up to support the project. Y'all winning with y'all gains, that's perfectly fine. That's what it's about. But the project is being supported at the same time. Win-win.
Well, I'll tell you what, every time there was a screenshot that I posted with any gains, best believe there was a buy order with that same shit ready to just get some more bit when everybody else posted their screenshots. I was gonna catch my bid at the discount.
Yeah,
But yeah,
facts.
I love the way it's traded, man. Personally, and it's glad that your community promotes. Get your money, how you get your money. If you're a trader, that if you really believe in something, you're going to trade to up your bag. So at the end of the day, you're still supporting the principle, you're still supporting the floor, you're still supporting the community. If you're really in it, you know what I mean? Most people who are really in a project that do trade, they do that. They make their money and then they buy back in and they keep supporting the floor on the way up. And some people do that, some people hate it. I'm like, bruh, we can't control its DeFi, like you said. So long as
Yeah,
they
and
support
I'm a
that
day trader
volume,
by nature. I started off in the trading game. I started to slow long-term investing, but once I learned how to become actively active in the space, I was day trading.
yeah,
So that led me to understand trader psychology on why they do what they do and how it can be beneficial for the project, because traders, that brings volume. Volume attracts more people. Volume attracts whales. So
exactly.
having that is a good thing.
And then it attracts exchanges too, man. They
Yep.
might be like, I know I said 100K, but damn,
Yeah,
just give me
exactly.
50K and some tokens.
Exactly.
We'll make it work.
Facts.
Area 52 says, glad your community is supporting December Demarco and Vegas Inu token. Shout out to YL Game Banger community, and December Demarco is the type of dev that will answer any question at any time, speaking from experience. But I have to second that. You didn't fade from any questions. You ain't beat around the bush. You kept it 100. So I mean, if that doesn't speak any volumes, I mean, the man said, this is my first project. I made mistakes, and he talked about every mistake he made and why it was a mistake and what he learned from the mistake. So not only do you see that your developer is transparent, but you see that he's learning from his mistakes along the way. So, if you was bullish at the start, you can only be more bullish as the project progresses, because he's going to continue to learn things, and this thing's going to continue to grow, man. So definitely bullish, man. Your community came in hot, man, with the super chats. That's crazy. Obviously, y'all the high rollers for real, man. I'm gonna have to crown y'all the legit high rollers the way y'all came in here, man. Just saying, man. But without giving too much alpha, man, what is your vision for Vegas Inu? A few more questions, man. Then we'll wrap it up. What is your vision for the community, man? Like your ultimate vision. Like if you had to, avatar the community to your perfect build, what would it look like?
So on two sides. So from the project side and the community side. So from the community side, early on in those early Telegram days, I talked to the community about, also one thing, I want to encourage people to become more involved in DeFi. So this is truly, a community, driven project. I encourage the community, if they have skills or if they have things they want to test out to do inside of and leverage VIT to do it, then go ahead and do it. Like, and really meaning that, like, the community already is put together. We got basically Vegas Inu Token Studios, where we got about, I want to say 10 or so, rappers in the community that already formed a studio and recording tracks, dropping VIT songs. We got the first meme tape on the way,
Okay.
so, just encouraging people, even if it comes to the building side of things, learning how to, do certain things. I want to encourage people like us, people who started off, just, learning. We, bumped our heads on the way in here, to become active too, because we got all these, anonymous devs, people who we don't know in the space, and we just, willingly just give our money up to them with no questions asked, and we just take the repercussions as they come. But it's like, if you're willing to be credible, if you're, a trustworthy person, then why not leverage your own, brand or reputation to be able to provide something as well versus, just sitting on the sidelines. Like, I hope one day, something from Vegas Inu token, can inspire you, or just anything in the space to, start your own project, or, a company within the space, being a service provider in DeFi, whatever your natural skills are, just taking that lane and seeing how with, the new tools that we have in technology, artificial intelligence, DeFi, how can we leverage these same old skills and things that we were good at into this new space. I really want to encourage everybody to wake up and start doing that as much as possible. Because I'm the type of person that, I'm a creative person. I like to create. I like to bring new things. And this is the perfect place to be able to do that, especially in a valuable way. Like, I'm not as big on, like, some games here I might play on my phone, but I'm not a big gamer. But to me, doing something like investing is a game to me. That was my version of video games. Like, look at chasing different meme coins and things like that. So being able to create something like this is now like, okay, now I'm in the game development side of things. And now I don't have to worry about, this anonymous developer, rugging me on this project and then going to start the next project. And I don't know, this is the same developer that just rugged me from this project. And I'm just following him along. All this developer that's anonymous is doing is waiting on, looking at Elon Musk tweets, waiting for a unique words that stands out and 30 seconds turns it into a token and rugs everybody again and again and again. And people aren't knowing that, this is kind of what's taking place. Not saying that exactly, but, there's some people that do that though, so it's just, seeing that take place and understanding like I could do it better than that. Well, just by me not rug pulling the project, or just by me, truly trying to support the project, I can do better than, half of the projects that I see out here right now. So why not bring something from my community instead of only, doing it from the consumer aspect, instead of being, a producer. Instead of saying, hey, y'all, I heard about this new project, don't know the development team, we might get rugged on this one again. Why not ever provide something of value to my community myself? Because just because I created this project doesn't mean, I won't invest in any of the projects. Doesn't mean I won't look at any of the projects. Don't mean I'm telling the community not to do it. But let's just at least have something for us that we can say for sure we know this one is valid. We risky on the other ones, but we know we got one valid one over here in the cut right now. So, I think that's, very important.
I think that's a great point, man. It's just that's having something that's your own, man. You creating something and you're like, all right, this is us, man. So like, we can, when everything is shitty out there, we can come here and we know, all right, we good, we chilling, we good. We here with good intentions and we're gonna do the right thing, man. So like, as far as a content creator launching a token, did that ever worry you as far as conflict of interest, people saying you're trying to be like the other ones that have done it and dipped off, maybe changed their name, maybe didn't change their name. Some of them didn't even, they did it and was just like, what? Kept it moving. So how do you deal with that?
No, facts. That was a very big personal hurdle for myself. I don't like to play with people money. I got people in my family, people, friends, all type of people like, hey, invest for me, do this for me. I'm gonna give you this money. I don't care if we lose it. I'm like, no, I don't. You come learn how to do it yourself. I'd rather teach you than you expect, because I know my risk tolerance. I'm okay with taking certain risks, but you might not be okay with that. And then I don't want to show you, my you seeing my results, because I used to daily post all my results of options trading inside my Facebook group for like over a year or so, and trading with the community. But sometimes I took L's too. I done posted taking a $20,000 loss in a day, and show that aspect of it too. They done seen the good days, the bad days, so. But I can handle that. I'm not prepared to take on that for somebody else, or they seeing the gains that I'm getting, but it's only because of the risk that I'm willing to take. I know that I'll be okay with it. If I lose this money that I'm risking right here, it'll sting, but I'll be fine though. Most people that are, trying to just tell you to invest for them, they don't have that mindset. They're gonna say, how come you was winning when you was doing it, but then I give you my money, now we just lost. Like, so to always avoid that, I always kind of like, had this mentality of staying away from people money. Like, either if you want to do it, you're gonna learn yourself. And So when it came to creating a token, that was like a big thing too. It was like, damn, I'm kind of putting my neck out there when I don't have to. Like, I'm like, I'm already technically good right now, but that urge of wanting to create something, want to provide some value, and just wanting to create something for my community, it kind of took over stronger than that fear I had, or that FUD I was facing myself with. Fear, uncertainty, and doubt of, can I be a developer? Like, I'm just an influencer. I just started off, I don't got a degree in crypto developing, like, even though there is not one, that's just how I felt in the beginning. Like, I'm not a blockchain expert or forensic, analyst. So it's like, I just know I'm good at marketing, that's kind of, it. But after seeing so many different people in the space and realizing, I got a word called scrolly. A lot of stuff out here is kind of scrolling. When you can see through the bullshit, where it's like that, like, so this you doing this token, like, oh yeah, like, yeah. So once I started, feeling that, it was like, I'm gonna just create something for my people that rock with me. I'm gonna let everybody know in the beginning, like, hey, do not put this all on me. I'm the developer, so if if it gets rug pulled or something like that's in my control, yeah, that's on me. But something's like just the project not taking off, or whatever we run into, and if anything happens, just know, like, this is a project for us.
Right.
But I explained that to them. They the people that was rocking with me is like, bro, we understand. We throw our money at how many other different projects that we don't know anything from.
Right.
We'll feel better putting money into a project with you behind it, than whoever we don't even know. So that gave me confidence too, having some of those first initial conversations with the core community. And it was like, no, like, let's, because we still had time before the pre-sale even launched to back out of this if I felt it was like something where it'd have been too much pressure for me. And I even had to let them know, another thing that worries me is on the SEC side of things. I ain't trying to be talking to Gary Gensler, and feeling like I created a security or something like that. And from the research, it shows that as long as there's not one person or one team who's in control of the success or failure of the project, then it's not considered a security. So I had to let everybody know that we were all on one accord with that aspect. And with all those things kind of out the way, it was like, why not do it? Like, yeah, it is a fine line. In the beginning, I was nervous about being too bullish on the project because I'm an influencer. So it's like, if I'm, really, I am excited about this because I know all the things we're working on. But I was, in the beginning trying to find the balance of like, hey, look, y'all, it's some cool things happening. We got a pre-sale about to start, and trying to roll it out like that. But having talks with the community, I asked them about it, like, how does that make them feel with me being an influencer and just, truly being bullish on the project, because that is a narrow line right there, a thin line, that I was trying to walk. And they like, man, you could be as bullish as you want on the project. We understand the risk. We're not putting in more than we're okay with losing. So we remember the rest of the things you taught us as well. So right now is the time you feel to do the project, then let's rock. So it was like, okay, let's do it. My community can't be more ready than me, So.
Right. Yeah. That's what's up, man. That your community was like, man, what you waiting on? We waiting on you. We waiting on you to do it. That's what's up, man. Area 52 says, thanks for sharing your platform with Vegas Inu High Rollers. On behalf of the High Roller community, could we donate this super chat to anyone from your community that you choose? Have a great day, YL. December Demarco, bit to the moon. Absolutely, man. We can
actually though too. I know Area 52 will most likely be cool with this because me and him locked in too. But we got a $200 Vegas Inu token giveaway that we'll be doing on this one. So we gonna let YL, keep that one to his funds, to keep his movement going and everything he has, going on over there. And we got a $200 Vegas Inu token giveaway. So bro, you could do it $100 a piece to 2 people that you choose, however you want to do it.
All right, bet, man. So you said, however, man, I should have had a plan for that giveaway. I didn't really kind of think. I'm trying to think how we should do it. I mean, I would be kind of. I mean, Area 51 came in hot, so I kind of want to give him $100.
That will be fire. I would not disagree.
To be 100, just give him all his money back. Just give him all because he spent about $100. So
it's a win-win.
Area 51, I'm giving you more than $100, man. You came in hot.
So I'm gonna just have him DM me his address and I'm gonna send it to him. Area 52, just DM me. I got you.
Area 52, my bad. I said Area 51, man. I need to put respect on your name, man. My bad, bro. But yeah, I'm gonna have to give him one, man. And then let's see, man. I guess the easiest way to do it, man, I'm gonna DM you a number between uh 1 and 50, and I guess no 1 and 20, because I feel like 1 and 50 would take forever. 1 and 20, um, and I'm gonna DM it to you in the private chat so you can see it. And whoever gets the number first, between 1 and 20, and it has to pop up on my end. Sometimes it be showing up weird on y'all end. I'll pull it up between 1 and 20. So did you get the number
Where you sending that?
in the private chat on here?
Oh damn, I didn't even know this had a chat. Okay, I got it.
Yeah. So that's the number right there. Just drop a number between 1 and 20, man. The first person to get it. I don't see it yet. Keep going, numbers. We got a $99 banger, man, from
Sheesh.
Ventura Empathetic, man. I appreciate it, man. Oh shit! I see the number. I see the number.
I see it too.
Was this the first person you saw?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Hey, High Rollers was heavy on the comments, man. High Rollers was heavy on the comments. So hey, I'm sorry. I did see number 17, another one, but High Rollers.
Yeah, I seen Big AD drop it after, but High Rollers came in first.
Came in first. Yeah, Big AD did drop it soon after. 17 is the lucky number. So my man. So we got High Rollers and we got Area 52, both $100 each for the VIT giveaway. Gotta run back to my man. Thank you, man. You late, but you hey, you always on time. So long as you walk through the door before the plates, the food is gone, you can still make you a plate. You made it to the event, man. You are definitely on time, man, for sure. I appreciate you for being here, man. But December, man, this was a bullish AMA. I actually learned things, even though I'm like I have a bag and I did like a few, a little DD. But most of my faith was in you to be 100. That was just what I was banking. I'm like, man, I'm supporting my guys. So, I'm in.
Up, man.
But yeah, man, definitely learned a lot. The High Rollers, I mean, y'all living up to the name, man. That's all I can say. Y'all came in hot today. Y'all living up to the name. So if anybody wants to disrespect the name, I'm gonna have to defend it. I saw it live today. They really about that money. So shout out to y'all, man. But is there any, last words you want to shout out the socials, anything like that? Like I said, I do have the socials in the description. But is there anything you want to leave for the community, the listeners?
Just want to let everybody know to make sure they tap in with the Vegas Inu token Telegram. It is Vegas Inu entry, and that will give you access to our portal, which has like 600 people in there, but that's not the actual Telegram group. Once you answer the human verification questions, you'll be led into the actual group where we have over 1,200 members in there. So make sure y'all actually complete the human verification process so you get access to the live group. And again, follow us at Vegas Inu Token, website vegasinewtoken.com. You can buy Vegas Inu Token directly from the website using BNB, using the Change widget on our website. So shout out to the Volt Army. But if you don't know how to grab BNB or change it from Ethereum or from Ethereum to BNB, you can use changenow.io and they'll do that process for you. All you do is put in which token you want, how much, the wallet that you want to send it to, and then you can send the initial token, approve it inside of your phone or wherever you got the transaction at, and then you'll be able to get your BNB and then be able to buy Vegas Inu token. Also, if you're having trouble with that, just join the Telegram community and the moderators will walk you through it.
There you go, man. Y'all got the rundown. Y'all have the 411. Y'all know where to go to get your latest information. You know where to buy it. I did pull it up so y'all can see. You can go straight to their website, buy it on the Volt Change right there. It's all set up for you, ready to go. Super bullish there. And then the other options that he mentioned, man. But I just want to say to you and the rest of the High Rollers, man. For one, I appreciate you. For wanting to do this AMA, reaching out and saying, "Hey, man, let's get this money, man." And I appreciate you for doing that. And I'm like, "Hey, High Roller bullish, man, let's send it." So, here we are.
I appreciate you opening up the door for us, man. Giving us the platform to be able to share Vegas Inu with your community. I see, what you're doing over there, and I value that because, like I said, we're focusing on organic, and I know you got organic community over there. It might not be the largest community, but I know it's real, and that's very important. People that are there rocking with you, I know they're truly there rocking with you for you, and that's important, So, I'm glad to be able to cross promote with your platform, man. Hopefully we do it again soon. Also, almost forgot, we will have some major billboards coming pretty soon in the a special area in New York. So connect the dots on that before we get out of here. But yeah, that's all, man.
Yeah,
Man, shout out to you in the
that was
community.
my question, man. That was like number 10, man. You supposed to say that 10. But it's all good. It's all good. We got it out of you. We got it out of you. That's what's up, man. And look forward to that real world advertisement. And again, thank you to the chat, man. You guys were bullish. You guys are here supporting. I'm seeing a lot of new names. Seeing some folks that I recognize. So definitely the cross promotion and is happening in the chat and on the channel, man. So I'm bullish, man. I'm excited for the future. I'm excited to see what's next for Vegas Inu. Again, everything's in the description for you guys, man. But I just want to say to all the high rollers, man, y'all earned y'all name tonight. And if anybody's ever doubting y'all, man, don't hit my line with that bullshit because you saw it here today. December Demarco gave it to you straight. The high rollers was in the chat bullish. So if you ain't a believer by now, I mean, hey, you might just have to watch it play out and wait, until it's too late. But hey, make sure you
And we always welcome, new waves. We're gonna always need people that believe a little later than those who believe now, because they add, to the floor. So it's cool.
There you go. So whenever it moves upon your heart to make that move, just know we'll be here for you, wherever that may be, man. But thank you again, brother, for tuning for doing this, man. It was a pleasure. Had a great time with you, man, and definitely want to do it again, chop it up again. And see where we at. And then in a few weeks or months, man, when you got some more news or whatever the case may be, let's get it, man. But that's it, man. That's the bullish AMA we have for you today. It's your boy YL from the 317 saying goodbye to the high roller community, and we out. Appreciate y'all.